we're approached by Aldott in the city of Irondale. Grass Mill Road is in the city and then is now a county maintained through road. Aldott talked with us about taking on a project that Irondale was previously trying to do with federal funds and just could not get it done due to the requirements of the federal funds. So Aldott has offered a grant of about $5.2 million that will be matched by the county and hopefully the city, 80% federal money, 20% county money. And the project entails 4-laning from Highway 459 back to Old Leeds Road, and that'll help alleviate a lot of traffic problems coming off 459, getting back into town. And that intersection down on that end is just back really bad. So we're really excited to get this grant and be able to get the project done.
You've been talking about doing this for a while, right?
Yeah, for quite a while. We've been working on design for probably 8 months, 10 months. So I know it was probably on the books before that for several years.
Is this literally to relieve over traffic problems, congestion, or is this potentially a safety issue also?
Both safety at that intersection, but mainly traffic congestion. Getting off of 459 where the new Mercedes dealership is, going back to Old Leeds, and that intersection there.
$5,000, you want a contract to help out with information for employees who may have concerns that they want confidentiality to get you information. Talk about how this benefit of this contract and what it's going to mean for employees and for the county.
Yes, sir. We want to give employees a safe place to let us know information. If anybody sees anything wrong, fraudulent, unethical, or what they feel to be unfair, we want a place they can go to confidentially and get us that information so we can make improvements.
How does this work? Is it just pick a special line? How?
Well, it'll be a phone number that we advertise. It'll also be a website that they'll have access to that they can go to, log in the information, and it comes straight directly to us confidentially, and then we can act on it. And this is with a company that set up all this? It is. Somebody had a good idea. They do this for a lot of big corporations. I know UAB uses them. We use them with our Equity Inclusion Office. So it's really an efficient way for us to do it because we don't have to hire an additional employee for just a very small amount of time.
Okay, and the name of the company, where they're from?
This Navix. I'm not quite sure where they're from. But it's a website as well as a phone number that we're excited about getting this taken care of.
Back to the Grants Mill Road widening, how much was that?
The grants for $5 million, and we'll have to match that with 20%. So we're not exactly sure the total project cost. The project cost may be a little over that, so we'll have to match more. But the maximum we get is $5 million, or $5.2 million from Aldott. Really excited.
Good. Does this go into the watershed or anything like that? Is there any concern about that mixing?
There is. We've been working closely. I know Heather's been working with the Cahaba River Society. There's a beautiful stream right there. We're going to be very careful and diligent to protect it and enhance it and take care of the drainage through there. And the road's already right. If you've been there, the road's already kind of right on the creek, so we won't be really disturbing any of that. But we're going to be very cognizant of the environmental concerns.
There are a lot of jurisdictions. It's not just Irondale, right? Isn't that city of Birmingham, of course, county?
Yeah, we also have another project that goes from 459 back to the east along Grass Mill, a separate project that goes through the county, Birmingham, probably some Vestavia, that we're working to resurface that stretch of road. And if you've been on it, it's very curvy, and mostly in Birmingham, but we're trying to work closely with them to do a project to get that whole road improved somewhat. There's a lot of traffic on it. So it's two separate projects there. One's kind of rebuild and resurface Grants Mill from 459 back to the east. The other one with the grant is 4-laning, adding additional lanes to Grants Mill Road from 459 back to the west.
While we have you here, do you have an update on Morgan Road?
Morgan Road contract has been let, thank the Lord. And we've had our pre-construction conference. We're in the process now of moving utilities, and we'll be moving utilities probably for 8 to 10 months. And then the contractor will be starting moving. We have been working on a smaller project on Morgan Road with the red lights and widening of 459. That red light should be turned on any day now, so we know that's been a traffic delay for folks waiting on that light to get operational. Hopefully any day now it'll be up to date and running with the right timing and really help that traffic.
So once the utilities get moved, 8 to 10 months, when can the construction begin?
Yeah, actually, construction has begun technically. The road contractor will be working closely with utility companies, but utilities are moving first. Power's gotta be moved first. And then some utilities will be moved out of the way. Then the road contractor's gonna come in and work, and then we'll have more utilities to move. So it's gonna be a slow, arduous process, and it's gonna probably take 48 to 36 months to complete this. And we're asking for patience because it's gonna be a lot of delays, but it'll be worth it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir, and kind of a little more than you bargained for, but.
No problem. My mind don't work that good. He hit me up with graphics, and I was thinking about Did that make sense?
Yeah. How do you spell that?
NAVEX.
You got one in your pocket. I'd like to get Commissioner Tyson on veterans.
Markert, M-A-R-K-E-R-T.
Commissioner Tyson, can we get you talking veterans?
Actually, Navy School.
Nothing. No, okay.
I'm dressed for the interview.
Okay, you're talking about veterans.
Camouflage.
Okay.
You ready? Thank you.
Which one I'm doing?
I gotta do some cleaner.
I'm at night,
I'm gonna have to hold this, Commissioner, towards you because my thing broke just now on it. So you hold that, and I'm gonna literally may have to hold it like that.
Mike is sticking on my
What?
shirt.
I'll hold it. You can hold it for you?
Okay.
Wait a minute.
I don't have a camera.
That's gonna work, that'll work.
Yeah.
I told you I got on my military, I got all kind of gadgets. Hooked on to this. Thank you. Alrighty.
Okay. You guys ready? Commissioner, you are a veteran. You think the county needs to come up with this money, just the importance that the county needs to make a contribution. And why is it so needed for this month?
Well, it's not only this year, it should have been every year. I feel like the military have served us. And if it wasn't for the military people, we really wouldn't be sitting here and standing here now. I think we owe it to the veterans. I think it needs to be a permanent line item, not only in the county, but in the city of Birmingham. We should always want to give to the largest veteran parade in the United States. How could you not want to give it to the people who really, we are dependent on them for our lives? So we owe it to the veterans to actually get this money. They did not really say a certain amount of money, but they needed help because the city of Birmingham, money did not come through. So Commissioner Ammons, he already wanted everyone to give $2,500. We was all willing to give that. But I think it need to be a permanent line item, as much as $25,000 or even more if we agree to do more. And I think it's just something we need to do as a county.
Commissioner, there are other cities in the county that will have recognitions of veterans for Veterans Day. Does this open the portal for others to say, give us some too as well?
Not really, because our community do a Veterans Day over at George Ward. We're not asking for money. That's something that we can do on our own. But this is the largest Veterans Day parade in the United States. That's why it deserves the money. Any local effort, they should be able to put it on their self. We have a lot of lodges. We have our disabled veterans on number 4 on 2nd Avenue. They do an event, they do a flag burning. So we have several events. We have a jazz dinner every veteran during that week. We have that every year. That is local, that is raised locally by different organizations that put that on. So anything that we can do for the veterans just for 1 month, it need to be every day. So I volunteer with veterans, I volunteer with women veterans because it's so needed, because people really don't know what you go through when you're in the military. And they feel like if it's not a national war, that veterans are not going through anything, but that's not true. We have local things that veterans go through, training that's very dangerous, that we are putting our life on the line for. And we are overseas in small wars that no one talks about.
Now, the Veterans Day Parade, just a few weeks away, what are you gonna be doing in the coming weeks to get that funding for this parade?
Actually, Commissioner Ammons, I had already started collecting money from our lodge 4. So Commissioner Ammons started collecting from the county commission, but I had already committed to the Veterans Day Parade that I would give them funding. So I will actually work with the county commission and see if we can come up with $25,000, because the veterans deserve every dime of it.
Who has Edgewater?